Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. We are the Group 6 and we're going to report about Western Visayas. So, get to know Western Visayas. The regions first came into existence on September 24, 1972, when the provinces of the Philippines were organized into 11 regions by Presidential Decree Number 1 as part of the integrated reorganization plan by the late President Ferdinand Marcos. The province of Palawan was transferred to Region 6, which is the Western Visayas, on May 23, 2005 by Executive Order 429. It is an administrative region in the Philippines, numerically designed as Region 6, and it consists 6 provinces, which is the Aklan, Antique, Capiz, Guimaras, Iloilo, and Negros Occidental, and 2 highly urbanized cities, which is the Bacolod and Iloilo City. Western Visayas, it is also the second most populous region in the Visayas after the Central Visayas. Here is the first province of Western Visayas and its capital. The first province is Aklan and its capital is Kalibo. The province is situated in the northwest portion of Panay Island, bordering Antique to the southwest and Capiz to the east. Aklan faces the Sibuyan Sea and Romblon Province to the north. Aklan occupies the northern third of the island of Panay and is bordered by the provinces of Iloilo from the south, Capiz from the east, and Antique from the southwest. It is also faces the Sibuyan Sea from the north, and province includes the island of Boracay, which is located at its northwestern tip. The province boasts high geographic diversity ranging from white sandy beaches, mangroves, and mountainous landscapes. It also boasts the river Akyan, which appears unique due to its boiling or frothing appearance. A known icon of the province is the annual Ati-Atihan Festival that is celebrated in Kalibo. The Atis, or also known as the Aitas, lives in the mountain or elevated regions, and the Malays in the flatlands or close to the water. Here are the religions in Aklan. It has Roman Catholicism, Christian animism, however it's still practiced by the Ati, and Aglipayan Church, or the Iglesia Filipina Independiente, is the second most predominant religion in the province. Here are the tourism attractions in Aklan. Hinugtan Beach. Hinugtan Beach boasts powdery white sand just like those in Boracay Beach. Unlike the latter, however, Hinugtan Beach is generally off-beaten and raw, meaning you won't experience massive crowds or highly commercialized activities when you come here. Naasug Point or Nasug Point features a 120 feet vertical cliff next to the turquoise sea. The beaches here boast white and powdery sands for you to enjoy. Because of the thriving marine life, scuba diving and snorkeling are also favorite activities here. Panggihan Cave. Aside from spectacular stalagmite and stalactite rock formations, Panggihan Cave is also a protected wildlife sanctuary. The cave has 8 connecting chambers and narrow corridors. Inside these chambers, you'll find thousands of native bats locally known as kuyapnit. Basura Garden. Basura translates to a trash or garbage, but here you'll not find piles or mountains of garbage or in a dump sites. It is an advocacy center where the local transform waste into art. It can be a mat, bags, hats, or whatsoever that people can use. Here are the festivals in Aklan. Baraw Festival is a unique festival showcasing the skills of every nabasnon in weaving bags, mats, and hats made of baraw leaves. The prospering livelihood in the municipality, it is highlighted by the dance performance of local talent and ingenuity to the beat of drums and indigenous rhythm that is celebrated every May 14 of the year. Bugna Festival is a festival showcasing the different locally produced products and ecotourism destinations of Tangalan like the Marine Sanctuary and Coral Garden, Afka Point, Campo Verde, Jawili Falls, Bughawi Beach, and Reforestation Project every May 16 of the year. Haliubyon Festival. This is a festival celebrated in Libacao every December 30 to January 1. The next province is Antique. Antique is a province in the Philippines located in the Western Visayas region. Its capital is San Jose de Buenavista and the most populous town in Antique. The province is situated in the western section of Panay Island and borders Aklan, Capiz, and Iloilo to the east while facing the Sulu Sea to the west. The province is home to the indigenous Irainon Bukidnon, speakers of a dialect of the Kinarayan language, who have crafted the only rice terraces clusters in the Visayas through indigenous knowledge and sheer vernacular capabilities. The rice terraces of the Irainon Bukidnon are divided into four terraced fields, namely General Fulon Rice Terraces, Lublub Rice Terraces, Bakiyang Rice Terraces, and San Agustin Rice Terraces. The province was known at the time was Hantik, the local name for the large black ants found on the island. Antique's religions are Roman Catholicism, Christian, Aglipayan Church or the Iglesia Filipina Independiente, and other religious dominations in the province are like the Protestants, non-Trinitarian such as Baptist churches, Iglesia ni Cristo, and Seventh-day Adventist Church. Here are the tourism attractions in Antique. Malalison Island, commonly called as Mararison Island by the locals, is one of the best tourist spots in Antique. It is a 55-hectare island of rolling hills covered with grasses, stretches of white sand, and pebble beaches and rock formations. Next is Seco Island. It is among the most beautiful islands of Antique and quite known in the entire country. It is a flat, elbow-shaped island which features a 1.5-kilometer stretch of white sand beach and a spectacular sandbar surrounded by crystal-clear turquoise waters. Pasungao Falls is a series of waterfalls tucked in the forest lands of Antique. Every level of cascade has its own catch basin, which is good for swimming, cliff jumping, and some waterfall sliding. Going on top the higher level of the falls means crossing the river and following an unestablished trail. Next is Malumpati Cold Spring. It is one of the most visited tourist spots in Antique among locals and foreign tourists. It features a very cold and refreshing developed pool along a calm river. The clear blue-green fresh water of the spring pool with considerable depth is the best summer destination of the province, perfect for swimming. Banigan Festival. The town of Libertad has pioneered in banig weaving, which has become one of the main sources of livelihood of the townsfolk. Batabat Festival, celebrated on March 16 to 19 yearly, and it is an annual festival celebrated in the municipality of Barbasa in accordance to its legends Abat-Abat, which the name itself came from. Binarayan Festival, literally meaning where they landed. The Binarayan Festival remembers the arrival of 10 Bornyandatu, the rulers of indigenous people on the island of Panay.
So today my report will be about Capiz. Capiz is a province located in the central section of Western Visayas region in the Philippines, and its capital is the city of Rojas. Capiz faces the Sibuyan Sea to the north. Capiz is known for the placenta oyster shell that has the same name locally and is used for decoration and making lampshades, trays, windows, and doors. Capiz is also known as seafood capital of the Philippines. Some old houses had that kind of window before. They are made from the shell of oysters. Santa Monica Church is also located at the Capiz. This church is the famous coral stone, and the bell was made from 70 sacks of gold and silver coins donated by the town folk. Salud tribe is located in Tapas, Saludnon, also known as Tumandok, Panay Bukidnon, or Panayan Salud are actually indigenous Visayan group of people who reside in the Capiz Lambunang mountainous area and Antique. Iloilo Mountain are part of Panay in the Visayan island of the Philippines. The people who live or reside in the Capiz Lambunao speak Igbok language, also known as Ligbok or Salod language. There are three religions in Capiz, which is Roman Catholicism, born-again Christians, and the last one is Iglesia ni Cristo or INC. Here you will see the tourism attraction in Capiz. First one is the Baybay Beach in Rojas City, Capiz. This is one of the best tourist spots in Capiz, which is favorite weekend and destination among locals and foreigners travelers. Second is Olatayan Island in Rojas City, Capiz. This island is 53-hectare islands in Capiz abundant in granny surrounded by clear emerald sea water teeming with marine life and pockets of white sand beaches. Third is the Salt Cave and Spring in Barangay Dolores Dumalag, Capiz. This spring is one of the famous tourist spots in Capiz which is favored destination among the locals. And the fourth is Rojas City Plaza in Rojas City, Capiz. The plaza is one of the most accessible tourist destinations in Capiz, where historical and prominent landmarks and structures are located. And the last one is Panay Church in Panay, Capiz. Also known as Santa Monica Parish Church is the most prominent historical landmark in the province of Capiz. It is a neoclassical Baroque church built 1884 made of coral blocks. Here you will see the festival in Capiz. First is Hilo Hilo or Hilo Hilo Festival. This festival is the way showing this rich cultural tradition to the younger generation in order to let the festival Hanay spirit continue with passion. It gives honor to the noblest and highest virtue of communityness of its people, their initiate and common traits that keep the balance of their relationship with one another, their environment, and their God, the crowning glory that fires their initiative to constant becoming their search for culture of excellence. Second is Ilig Festival. One of the Capiz best festival in Dumalag is Ilig Festival, which means a downstream or seaward travel or a trip in the direction which river flows. It's a celebration which brings to mind the Dumalaganons. And the last one festival in Capiz is Lingga Anay Festival. The Lingga Anay Festival got its name from the Waray word Lingga Anay, which means a bell. This festival is a vivid and accurate interpretation of the Panayons' deep love for the birthplace and strong sense of their responsibility towards fellow Panayons. The next province that I will discuss is Guimaras. Guimaras is a province in the Philippines located in the central section of Western Visayas region, and its capital is Jordan. The province consists primarily of Guimaras Island. It includes Inampulagan, Guiuanon, Panobolon, Natunga, Nadulao, and etc. The province is basically agricultural, with mangoes, palay, coconuts, livestock, poultry, and fishing as major products. Guimaras is the island province and it's famous for producing one of the sweetest mango in the world, and there are some 50,000 of these trees are planted. I will show you the tourism attractions in Guimaras. The first one is Natago Beach in Jordan. This beach is consists of multiple sandy beaches fringed by colossal limestone rock formation. Second is Barras Cave and Beach. Barras Cave is close to Natago Island, although the boatman will take you inside for you to see the cave's interior. You will not be able to swim because of strong water currents. The third one is Kapituguan Cave. It is one of the least known Guimaras tourist spots. It has a length of 250 meters while its mouth is 12 meters high. It is the home of 2,000 endemic bat species. Fourth, Tatlong Pulo Beach. This is the off-beaten Guimaras tourist spots. It is also one of the most preserved, and if you are someone who prefers less tourist destination, there's nothing like it here. The last one is San Lorenzo Wind Farm. This is the Guimaras Windmill. San Lorenzo Wind Farm is the first of its kind in the entire Visayas. You can take pictures with them as your background. They are Guimaras' version of famous Bangi windmill in Ilocos Norte. Here are the famous festival in Guimaras. First is Manggahan Festival. Guimaras Mango Festival is the event of the year of this beautiful lush green province of Philippines. This is the celebration that aims to showcase the richness of the culture of the entire Guimaras. Additionally, it is also a form of giving back and thanksgiving for bountiful harvest of manga. The second is Palayag Festival. This festival celebrated every third Sunday of January by the municipality of Buena Vista. This cultural festival makes maximum use of the rich cultural tradition of the oldest municipality of the province. And the last is Sadsarin Festival. This festival is typically celebrated in municipality of Nueva Valencia every last week of January. Sadsarin Festival is derived from the term sadsad, which is a common term for dancing used by the Nuevalancianos, especially by the elders.
Good afternoon, everyone. Let me introduce myself. I am Rowena Bonita, and I will discuss about Iloilo and Negros Occidental. Iloilo is the province of the Philippines located in the central section of the Western Visayas, and its capital is the city of Iloilo, the regional center of the Western Visayas. For its rich history and culture, which has resulted in the preservation of numerous old Spanish area, historic sites, and including the Miagso Church. The northern portion of the province is noted for its white sand beaches and crystal clear waters, namely the Bantige Sandbar, the Tangke Lagoon, Cabugao Island, and Antonia Island, which are all parts of the Islas de Gigantes. The Ilonggos costumes and traditions. The Ilonggos observe certain costumes and traditions about birth, baptism, courtship, and marriage, death, and burial. Birth. The coming of a child in a Ilonggo family is usually an important and welcome event. Certain precautions are followed to ensure the safe delivery of the child. Baptism is a Catholic religious ritual observed by the Catholic parents of a newborn child. Courtship. The man courts the girl of his choice by visiting her at home and sending love letter. When the girl accepts the man, they become engaged. Marriage is solemnized by minister of the church or by the justice of the peace court. On the eve of the wedding day, dance is held at the house of the bride to be. Death and burial. A person is a community of her relatives and friends are offer help to the relatives of the dead person in the form of money and services. Next is tourism attraction in Iloilo. First is Gigantes Island in Carles, Iloilo, also known as Islas de Gigantes. Caleril in J.M. Basa Street, Iloilo City. It is a favorite Iloilo tourist destination because of its old charm that the local government work hard. Molo Church in San Pedro Street, Molo, Iloilo City. Molo Church has been dubbed as a feminist church. Iloilo River Esplanada in Mandurriao, Iloilo City is the place for you. It's the local favorite spot to exercise in the morning and watch sunset in the afternoon. Haro Cathedral in Haro, Iloilo City. If Molo Church is a female church, the Haro Cathedral is a male church. It is such called because all of the saints displayed here are male. Lastly, festivals in Iloilo. First is Dinagyan Festival. It's a famous and cultural festival in Iloilo City held annually on the fourth Sunday of January or right after the Sinulog in Cebu and the Ati-Atihan Festival in Calibo. Tangyan Festival. The theme explored the role of the river as a creational treasure in Igbaras, an inspiration for art, habitat for wildlife, and as a major supplier of water for drinking and industry. Pandayan Festival is a celebration of Badiangan's excellent blacksmithing tradition, which has been one of the main sources of livelihood. Negros Occidental. Negros Occidental. The capital is Bacolod City. Negros Occidental faces the island province of Guimaras and the provinces of Iloilo on Panay Island to the northwest across the Panay Gulf and the Guimaras Strait. The primary spoken language is Hiligaynon. Next is costume and traditions in Negros Occidental. The culture of Negros Occidental has been heavily influenced by both the Spanish and the later Americans occupations. The culture of Negros Occidental has been heavily influenced by both the Spanish and the later American occupations of the region. Cockfighting is a big sport in Negros Occidental and is one of the industries that have helped the area diversity. Cockfighting is a big sport in Negros Occidental and is one of the industries that have helped the area diversity. On Christmas Eve, it is customary to eat bread that is spread with one of many different toppings and drink soft drinks. New Year Eve is a bigger tradition and the meals are larger and more festive. Religious is Roman Catholic. Tourism attractions in the Negros Occidental. First, Rains in Talisay City, Negros Occidental is one of the most beautiful tourist spots in Negros Occidental. It is the remain of once a grand mansion built by Don Mariano Lacson for his unending love of his wife. Second, Danhugan Island falls under the jurisdiction of Cagayan Negros Occidental. It is one of the best island destinations in Negros Occidental. It is 43-hectare island with lush vegetation and is a home of many wild species. Lakawan Island Resort is 3 kilometers away from coast of Cadiz, Negros Occidental. One of the famous tourist spots, Nambukal Mountain Resort in Murcia, Negros Occidental, is another interesting mountain resort managed by the provincial government of Negros Occidental. Sugar Beach in Sipalay, Negros Occidental, is a popular yet not so crowded and quiet beach in Negros Occidental. Next is festivals in Negros Occidental. First is Mascara Festival. The Mascara have been attractive visitors around the globe to witness one of the most colorful and vibrant fiestas in the Philippines. Sinulog Kabankalan Festival, a counterpart of Ati-Atihan, sinulog sa Kabankalan started in 1976.